all teachers need to consider giving students, more freedom in terms of probably even setting up situations where students can problem solve. Really think about not just, we know that they need to problem solve occasionally, and it just happens, but to really think through some of the types of problems students need to solve on their own and setting it up for them. Next door.
I feel like I'm moving on a portion of my life. Anytime we're on a street corner, pick up any applications, 1 or 2 applications for whatever store. I picked up applications for Ritz camera.
Oh, did you? Is that what you went in there for?
Yeah, so 2 applications, 1 a rough copy and 1 the final copy. Always pick up 2 applications, 2 or 3.
And where did you get that idea?
I've been taking applications last summer, but because of class and stuff, I'm trying to figure out how to properly manage my work schedule with my class, to integrate my work schedule with the classes. I was across the station on this side. I went up here. I went past these stations downtown Pittsburgh. I stopped at Liberty Avenue at Stanwix. I took at Stanwix Street, I took the subway station at Gateway Center. Then I went up to Wood Street. And I took the bus to CCAC, which is at 808 Ridge Avenue. But after I went to Ridge Avenue, went back, I got dropped off at Liberty Avenue and I went over to 5th Avenue and waited for the bus to come back, and now we're here.
My philosophy on authentic learning is thinking about what is important for that student to know or do when he or she enters the community after high school. You have to pick out of your curriculum what's most important. Yes, if a student has to divide 4 digits, divide by 3 digits, that's important. But knowing how to read a map, how to follow a schedule, how to tell time, how to walk across the street, it's very important, because those are the skills he or she will use daily.
Can you just talk a little about what you did and then how it went?
Well, I traveled from Crafton around 7:30. Then I proceeded to go to Gateway Center and take the subway, which took me to Wood Street Station. I took the bus to 16D to CCAC, and then I went back to 5th and 6th. And I'm waiting to get the bus home at 6th and 5th.
And was it hard, easy? What was it like?
It was easy. I can do it very easily now.
And how do you feel?
Pretty good.
Joe just called his mom to let her know that he's coming home on the bus by himself for the first time. How do you think this is going to help you in the future, the skill that you've learned?
It's going to help me in the future, the skill that I learned by helping me make my own decisions on how to get from place to place.
It's sort of novel for people to think about individuals with any form of disability being capable of doing anything independently. And I think there's this sense of the younger the kid is with a disability, the less likely they are, or the least likely they are, to have any level of instructional benefit from a lot of different things. I think I can't make a complete generalization about that, but I think when it comes down to the specific issue of teaching kids how to move about in space, independent of support from others, is pretty scary for most people.
With the parents of my students, they quite often believe that as old as their students are, they're not going to get anywhere in life, they're not going to be able to work, they're not going to be able to live in any kind of independence, use community resources. They think they're going to end up in an institution, or they're going to have to stay home and have mom or dad taking care of them forever. and not be able to use or go out there and do things. And so when we begin to teach those skills, and when we begin to use them in the community-based instructions or in the progress that they can see, I find parents get very excited. They're very supportive of the whole thing.
We really wanted transit training for Joseph because of the safety issues with him eventually having to, because we can't continue to taxi and do all that for him, for the sense of independence. And, you know, for the sense of him just becoming a young man and growing up and going out there and being independent and a functioning member of society.
Why is it important to feel independent?
Because your parents are not always going to be around to pick up the pieces that you drop. You have to pick them up yourself.
So what can independence do for you?
It can help you learn how to manage your life responsibly and properly.